Hello everybody and welcome. This is the Tuesday Night World's Early Birds race highlights. First thing I've got to say, beautifully executed rollout tonight. James, you're obviously doing a great job, or maybe everyone have been watching my video. If you haven't watched it, you can do it by clicking up in the top right corner now. Or maybe it was the fact that we had a very special guest in our midst. The CEO of Zwift, Eric Min, had joined the A and B group for the race. So maybe that's why everybody was on the best behaviour. The C and D group rolled out 5 minutes after the A and Bs, and that was led by Rob Shoesmith, and he did an awesome job of keeping them all together before the race started. Back up at the front, the pace was just ridiculous once the race got underway, and the front group was pinging riders out the back, left, right and centre. As they headed up the first climb, and it's getting a weekly occurrence now, Templar accelerated and ripped the whole group apart. With only Little, Hugo, Baum and Weiss able to keep anywhere near him, it was actually Weiss that took the King of the Mountain jersey, along with the Queen of the Mountain, Cassie, again. On 23rd Street, Little wanted revenge for missing out on the first King of the Mountain, so he attacked, taking first place over the climb. And for the first time, he dislodged Templar, who had to get out of the saddle at the top to close the gap. And I'd spoken too soon? Was he not in the best form? Yeah, he appears he was still in decent form. As we started the second lap, he'd gapped all but Weiss, and the rest of the riders would have to chase these two riders down. Little paid the price for his efforts on the climbs and dropped back, as did Hugo. Baum was in no man's land chasing the two lead riders. The Queen of the Mountain, Cassie, came over the line with Churchill, who were just losing sight on a group forming in front of them. Here was my chance to try and get back down the road and see what was happening in the C and D race. And just like the front group, the peloton had decimated. Pockets of riders lined the streets, but at the head, it was a group of around 10 riders racing out up 23rd Street. Tanner crested first, but immediately being attacked by Wisselsberger. I apologise if I've got that name wrong. And he just rode away from them all on the descent. Mid-pack of the A and Bs and a group containing race leader James Gill, Grosh, Hugo, Gray, Reynolds, Garland, who I'm sure was in the race, although he didn't have the ZTR by his name, Hoas and Schofield were all working well together, trying to close down the gap of another group just up the road. Gotta say, by far the most ballsy effort of the night has to go to Herman. He attacked out of the group he was in to try and close down a 20-second gap to the leaders. What made this even more impressive is that he was riding a steel bike from the 1960s. Eddie Merckx would be so proud. And the front group weren't hanging around for him neither. They had a decent pace and it would take a huge effort to try and close that gap, but as you can see, it was down to 7 seconds. And with a burst of acceleration, he made it to the front group. Heading back to the group behind, and the group was halfway through the race, I had a slight hiccup with my feed. After a quick 3-pin reboot, I eventually caught the front group, but they were on the last lap, heading towards the climbs. And somehow, amazingly, the Little had managed to bridge the gap and make it to the front group. That is awesome riding. Also, a few jersey changes while I was away. Weiss was still in the polka dot jersey, and JT was now in the orange jersey. And surprise, surprise, as usual, I mean, surely the other riders knew it was coming. JT attacked at the base of the climb, and that was pretty much it. Once this guy goes, if no one's on his wheel, it's good night, God bless, you lot can race for second place. It was full gas up 23rd Street as well, not just trying to beat them all, but trying to beat them all with a massive stick of pure awesomeness. That moved him up to 4th position on the 23rd Street leaderboard. And on the run into the line, it was just a matter of holding his speed and crossing the line. So Templar was first. Weiss was second. Baum third. Little came over the line in 4th. Casey on that sweet S-Works was in 5th. Chmielowski was 6th. Zander was 7th. And the first B group rider was Durham, who came over the line 8th overall. Unfortunately, just got those 8 riders over the line before my feed went again. I think a few little problems here and there for a few riders, me included. Not too sure if there was a problem with the server or if it was just the fact that we had over 400 riders online last night. Crazy. Just shows you how quickly Zwift is growing. It's awesome. Thanks for watching. Would love a massive big thumbs up if you can click the little thumb button, turn it blue, and as always, please subscribe to the channel. More exciting Zwift content coming your way very soon. I always have the best intentions when the winter starts. I wash my bike down after every ride, only to stop after a week, then every other week, and then I just stop totally.